Hello, Tigers. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Pilates. My name's Leah. So glad that you're here. If this is your first time taking a Pilates class, you're at a fabulous place. If you've taken Pilates for years, hopefully you're at a fabulous place as well. Today's class, all you're going to need is something that makes you comfortable on the ground. So that can be a yoga mat, aerobic mat, beach towel, whatever you've got. And then, of course, if you've got water, just go ahead and bring it next to the mat. That way you don't have to leave, especially if you're watching on the screen. But today we're going to start in a standing position. And we're going to start with our feet a little bit wider than our hips. And our toes are facing the outside. We want to make sure all of our toes are down on the mat. So you may have to pick them up and set them down one at a time. Really grounding ourselves. So in Pilates, what we want to do is we, of course, want to work our physical body, but we also want to work our internal body. One way we do that is through the breath. So that's where we're going to start. So we're going to place our hands right here on the base of our ribs. You can feel that bottom rib. We're going to start with some inhales and exhales. We're going to inhale for 4, exhale for 4, and we want to see the ribs expand and concave in. We want the shoulders to remain down and relaxed. Let's try it together. We inhale and exhale. Try again. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. If you're having trouble with the shoulders moving, maybe you need to place your hands on the shoulders. You can really feel the ribs expand. Let's do 2 more. We inhale. 2, 3, 4, and exhale. 1 more. We inhale. 3. Beautiful. And exhale. Go ahead and drop the arms, chin down to the chest. Lengthening through the back of the neck. Still focusing on that breath. Let's take a few moments here to set our intention for class. So maybe a reason you came, something you want to gain out of class, strength, flexibility, confidence. It could be something greater. Maybe you want to feel proud of all the things that your body can do. Every body is a Pilates body. So go ahead and set that for yourself, and I'll remind you throughout class to think about that intention. Take another exhale. And on that exhale, go ahead and roll the neck over to one side. Hey ladies, come in, you're fine. Just grab that and come to an X. Finding the breath here, still those ribs moving. And exhale, release to the other side. One more inhale and exhale. One more time to the right. Last inhale and exhale. And exhale, chin down to the chest. Lift the face, roll the shoulders. We're going to start to warm up the quads and the glutes and the hip muscles. So if you know what's coming, you're ready. We're going to make our stance nice and wide here. Toes are facing the outside. Again, all of the toes are gripping the floor, and we're just going to start with some inhales and exhales. We're going to start to engage the body. So we're going to inhale, arms come up. We're going to exhale, the arms come down. Here we go in 4, 3, 2, 1. We inhale and exhale. We inhale, slight bend on the inhale, beautiful. 2 more, we inhale and exhale. Just feel the body moving, inhale and exhale. Now we're gonna go into a sweep squat. We do the same thing, except on the exhale, we come nice and low. Inhale and exhale down. Inhale. If you need to adjust the feet, you can. We want our knees to be over the ankles or behind. 4 more. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Keep it going. Inhale. You should be feeling it in the legs. That is good. We're telling the muscles they're about to do some work. Last one, we're going to hold here at the bottom. So our goal is for our thighs to be parallel to the floor. If you're not there yet, that's okay. The main thing we want to think about is opening the knees. Beautiful. We're holding here for 8 more counts. We have 4, 3, Beautiful. 2 and 1. Rise it out, shake side to side. Beautiful. We have the set again. This time, our chest is going to come down on the sweep. So let me show you the inhale up. On the exhale, we still bend the legs, except the chest is coming parallel to the floor. My back is nice and straight here. This is opening our hips even wider. Beautiful. So go ahead and join me in this wide position. Take a big breath. 4, 3, 2, let's go. We inhale. And exhale, drop that chest. Beautiful. Inhale. And exhale. For some people, these are easier. For myself, they're a little bit harder. Everybody is different. And inhale. And exhale. If you feel a quiver, that's good. The quiver is good. That means the muscles are doing its work. 1 more. And we're holding here at the bottom. We're going to pick up the chest. Beautiful. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down on the mat, straight in the legs. Release the neck, looking down in between the legs. You can rock side to side. Letting the muscles release. If you want to, you can grab opposite elbows. Sorry. Beautiful. One reason that we warm up those quads and hamstrings first is those are typically the muscles that we pull the easiest. So we want to tell those muscles that they're about to get to work. Beautiful. When you're ready, bring your hands back on the mat. We're going to walk our hands in front of our gaze. So you may have to walk your hands slightly forward. And when you feel nice and strong here, we're going to place our left hand in the center of our gaze. We're going to inhale the right arm up to the sky, opening the chest, a little spinal twist here, also stretching out that shoulder. Remember that intention you set at the beginning and the breath. And exhale, switching sides, right hand in the center, inhale that left hand up. Beautiful. And exhale, one more time, both directions. Left hand in the center, inhale the right hand up. And exhale down, beautiful. Last one, right hand. Inhale the left hand up. And exhale, both hands down to the mat. Slightly bend the knees, and we're gonna roll up one vertebrae at a time. Really curling the spine here. And ending with the head. Walk the feet in. Grab a drink if you need. We're gonna come down to the mat. And we're gonna start in a seated position, long ways on our mat. So our feet are at one end, our head's gonna beat the other. Beautiful, and when you're ready, we're gonna come all the way down to a laying position. Our feet are nice and planted, our knees are facing up toward the ceiling. And again, we want to make sure the spine is straight. We have a natural curve in the spine, and we actually want to overcorrect that. So what we do is we're gonna think about bringing the belly button into the spine, and you should feel the lower abs engage here. You may even have to pick up your hips and roll the vertebrae down. We want every single, or as many as we can get vertebrae on that mat. So even when you're just laying here, the lower abdominal muscles are already working. So this is not a resting position. And this may be enough for you. If you want to go further, our hands are here by our hips. We're going to go into our Pilates 100. What we do is we inhale. We're going to lift the shoulder slightly off the mat. We're going to hold right here and pulse the arms. Pulse, 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 pulse. The belly button into the spine. Last 4 counts. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale down, knees into the chest. rock side to side, beautiful. We have this 2 more times. You can do it the same variation that we just did, or if you want to challenge, we're actually going to pick the feet off the mat into a tabletop position. The knees are bent, and the hands are still going to be long ways toward our hips. And when we lift, this is just going to add a little extra weight on the core. Totally up to you. The feet can be flat. We're still going to be working the same muscles. So go ahead and find the position that you want to join. And when you're ready, take an inhale, lifting the shoulders, tucking the chin into the chest. When you feel strong, let's pulse, 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 pulse. Inhale and exhale. Keep it going. Inhale and exhale. Last 8. Inhale and exhale. Last 4. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the shoulders and head, bringing the knees into the chest, rock side to side. Beautiful work. The core should be waking up, if not right awake by now. We have this 1 more time. Any of the variations are totally open to you. Take a big breath here. Inhale and exhale. Really feel the spine on the mat. When you're ready, find that position of the feet that you want to be in again. When you're ready, inhale, lifting the shoulders, tucking the chin. Let's pulse. Here we go. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Beautiful work. Pulse, pulse, pulse. 8 more counts. Pulse, 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 pulse. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the chin, knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Beautiful. We're going into some leg lifts. So what we're going to do is we're going to hug one knee into the chest. We're going to extend that opposite leg long ways on the mat. We're going to point both of our feet. We really want to hug this knee into the chest. That opposite leg is nice and straight. And when you're ready, we're going to hover the extended leg about 2 inches off the mat. We're going to start with lifting the leg up to the sky. So we're going to inhale, the leg's going to come up for 4 counts, and then down. And it remains hovering. We lift. 2, 3, 4, and down. 3, 4, and lift. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 2 more. We lift. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3. Last 1. We lift. So right here we're working the top of the leg back down and the core of those balance muscles. 3, 4. Hold it extended. 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees into the chest, rock side to side. Good work. Take a big breath. When you're ready, we're going to hug the opposite knee into the chest, extending the opposite leg, pointing both toes, really hugging this knee into the chest. And when you're ready, the straight leg is going to hover slightly off the mat. Let's go with the lift. Here we go. We lift. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 4, and lift. 2, 3, 4, and exhale. 3, 4. We inhale. 3, 4, and exhale. 2 more. We inhale. And exhale. Last 1. We inhale. 3, 4, and exhale. The legs staying extended. 8 counts. 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees into the chest. Beautiful. If you know what's coming, you know. We're going to do both legs. We're just going to do 4. And what I like to do to support my lower back is I actually place my hands under my hips. This just gives me a little bit more support. Again, it's totally up to you. The hands can be flat on the mat if you want. But when you're ready, we're actually going to extend the feet up to the sky first. It's a little bit easier to get into. Take a big inhale and exhale. 4 right here. Let's do it. Down. 2, 3, and they're hovering. up, 2, 3, 4, and down, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, just 2 more, down, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, last one, down, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, knees into the chest, beautiful work. Rocking side to side, releasing that back. We're gonna do 4 roll-ups here. So when you're ready, we're gonna extend the legs long ways on the mat, laying them down. You can even let the feet open slightly if that feels more comfortable. So roll up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with our hands above our head. And we wanna make our body as long as we can. The hands are gonna lead the way. We're gonna inhale and start lifting the hands up toward the sky. When they get in line with our gaze, our head is going to start to follow. We peel our body off the mat like you're peeling a banana. And you come all the way to a forward fold. To come up, if you need support of the hand, what you can do is have one hand lead the way, and the opposite hand is supporting the spine. You're gonna work the exact same muscles. If you do place a hand, each time you do, go ahead and switch. But when we're up here at the forward fold, we inverse it. So we're gonna come up to a seated, nice and straight position. We're gonna bring the belly button into the spine and curl it down, 1 vertebrae at a time. And the hands, when they get in line with the eyes, release to the floor. This is on your own time. Try to do 4 total, and we're gonna land in a seated position. Go whenever you're ready. The slower, the harder, at least for my body. Our goal is to keep the legs planted on the floor. That's where the hand comes in if you need some extra support. Going down should be just as difficult as going up. Think about the breath, inhaling on the way up. Trying to get rid of all momentum, making the muscles do all of the work. Beautiful work, you guys. Good. What I love about roll-ups is it actually is working the whole body. So we feel it the most in our core, but it's working our back, up, ab muscles, the tops of our thighs, the tops of our shoulders, even the pec muscles are working here. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and land in that seated forward fold. Release the body into a nice stretch. Even release the arms. Taking your time. Finding the breath here. And when you're ready, rolling the vertebrae up, coming up to a seated position. Legs are nice and long. I'm going to turn on a catty corner just so the camera can see me, but you can remain seated that way. What we're going to do is we're going to bring one knee into the chest. This is going to look different for everybody, so your knee may not be as bent as mine. It just depends. But what we want is a straight spine. So if the knee is really close to the body, but you're having to curl the spine, go ahead and extend the foot. That way you can sit up nice and tall. So the foot, where the foot at doesn't quite matter, it's whether you can sit up. So find that position where you can sit nice and tall. And we're gonna point the toes of the extended leg. We're gonna really focus on the top of the quad here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna inhale, lift the foot 2 inches off the mat, and down. We lift, and down. We're gonna double time it here. So we lift, and down, lift, and down. 2 more, lift, and lift. We're gonna hold it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Blood off that side, good work. We're gonna do it on the opposite side now, so switching sides, finding that position with the foot where you can still sit up nice and tall. It's gonna look a little different for everybody. But when you're ready, go ahead and point the foot at that extended leg. We're gonna do 2 slow, 4 fast. Get ready. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift, 2, and down. We lift, 2, and down. 4 quick, here we go. Lift, down, lift, and down, lift, down. Last one. Hold for 8, count. 8, 7, 6. If the leg's quivering, that means the muscle is building. 2, and 1. Release the leg, rub that thigh out. Good work, you guys. Bringing the feet together. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, down, releasing the chest. Finding a spot on the legs that you can grab. So that maybe the feet, maybe the ankles, the shins, the thighs. The only thing we don't want to grab is the knees. But wherever you're grabbing, I want us to use our arm strength and pull our chest down to the legs. Take an inhale. And exhale, roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Beautiful. We're going to come on the hands and knees for our next section. Go ahead and grab a drink. We're almost to our stretching section, so you've done great work. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and join me on the hands and knees. We're going to give our legs a little break, and we're going to work on our arms slightly. But we're going to start in a neutral hands and knees position. We want these shoulders, elbows, and wrists to all be perpendicular to the floor. The knees right over the hips right over the knees. And we want the core to be engaged. So it's common that we just release here. I want you to actually bring the belly button into the spine and make that line of the spine nice and straight. Again, right here, you should already feel the core working. Make the hands nice and wide on the mat. We're going to start with some puppy dog pose or some yoga push-ups. So all we're going to do, keeping the elbows into the body, we're going to come down about 6 inches and push back up. Try that on your own to get the feel. Beautiful. We're going to go together. We're going to do 8. Here we go. In 4, 3, 2, 1. We're down, 2, and up. We're down, 2, and up. Belly button into the spine. Down, 2, and up. Down, 2, and up. 4 more. You should be feeling it in the triceps, the backs of the arms. Down, 2, and up. Last 2, down, and up. Last 1, down, 2, and up. Beautiful. Open the knees, sit back in child's pose, releasing those arms. We have that exercise 3 more times. Take an inhale. When you're ready, join me back on the hands and knees. The backs of the arms. We'll be feeling it. All right, you've got options. So you can stay in this hands and knees position. We're going to do 8 right here. Or if you've got a little bit of more weight on the arms, you can walk the hands forward about 2 to 3 inches. And then what we do is we want the shoulders over the wrist. So we're going to slightly pitch forward. This is just going to put more weight. Again, make sure the belly button into the spine. We're going to do 8. Wherever position you are, here we go. We're down, 2, and up, 2. We're down, 2, and up, 2. We're down, 2, and up, 2. We're down, 2. 4 more. Let's double time. So we'll go down and up, down and up. Last 2, down, and up. Last 1, down, and up. Open the knees, sit back in child's pose. Beautiful. We have that one more time. You can do it. So we'll do 4 half time and then we'll do the 4 double time again. Take a big inhale and exhale when you're ready. Join me back on your hands and knees, that neutral position first. If you want the challenge again, walking the hands forward. If you want even more of a challenge, walking the hands 1 inch forward. Bringing the shoulders to meet the wrist. People at home or people in the studio, if you want a big challenge, you of course can come on their feet. So we're gonna do 4 slow, 4 fast. Let's go, here we go. And down, 2, and up, 2, and down, 2, and up, 2, and down, 2, and up, 2, and down, 2, and up. 4 fast, down, and up. You got this, down, and up. Last 2, down, and up. Last 1, down, and up. Open the knees, sit back in child pose. Beautiful work. If you want to release the arms, you can bring the hands back by the feet. Sit on the side of your face. This is called leaf pose. Finding the breath, beautiful. We're gonna get into some stretching. Beautiful. When you're ready, if your hands are down by the feet, go ahead and come back to child's pose so the arms are extended. We're going to stretch out these arms first. When you're ready, we're going to inhale 1 arm up to the sky. We're going to exhale. It's going to come in under the shoulder, in between that little gap. We're going to lay down on that shoulder. And inhale and exhale. Release that arm. Go ahead and inhale the opposite arm up to the sky and exhale under the shoulder. Take an inhale and exhale. Release that arm. Beautiful. Let's come up to the hands and knees. Don't worry, no more push-ups. We're going to move into pigeon pose. What we're going to do, we're going to bring the opposite ankle to the wrist, or as close as you can get it. We really just want it in line with the wrist. So the placement of it is less important than the alignment. So it can really be anywhere in this line. So find what works for you. When you're ready, we're going to drop this knee down to the mat, and we're going to walk this back leg back. We want to make sure we're really sitting up on the hips, so we don't want to be sitting over. We want to be on top of the hips to get the maximum amount of stretch we can. This may be enough for you. You should feel it right here in the front hip. If you want a little bit further, you can come down to your mat. This is just putting a little bit more weight on the front hip, thus giving it a little bit more stretch. So find whatever position works for you. Send your breath to the muscle. Think about that intention that you set at the beginning of class. Take another inhale. If you're down on your mat, go ahead and come back up to the elbows. If you're on your elbows, coming up to the hands. And everyone together, we're going to roll off on the hip and roll out of it. One of my most favorite things is to roll off. Woo, beautiful. All right, when you're ready, join me back on the hands and knees. We can rock side to side. And when you're ready, we're gonna move into the opposite side. So on your own time, finding the position that works best for you. And when you feel good in that position, finding the stillness to really let the body begin to release and stretch. So whatever position that is for you. It's common if one side is tighter than the other, super normal. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale. If you're down on the mat, coming back up to your elbows. Drawing your elbows, coming to the hands. And all together, let's roll off on that hip. Beautiful. Go ahead and come to a seated position. We're gonna come to butterfly. The soles of the feet are together. The feet distance from the pelvis is totally up to you. So it can be far, it can be close, doesn't matter. We wanna place our hands on the ankles or the shins, and we're gonna straighten the spine. So right here, you may already be feeling a stretch in the backs of the hip muscles and the inner thighs, the groin area. If you want a little bit further, what we can do is pitch our weight forward. The key is to keep the spine straight. If we collapse the spine, we're gonna lose the stretch. So the spine is straight and we're pitching the weight forward. We'll release the spine in just a bit. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the spine. So the chin's gonna come toward the chest. And when you're ready, take an inhale. And come up to a seated position. We're gonna cross our opposite hand on that knee or the thigh. We're gonna place our opposite hand behind us and we're gonna do a light final push here. Inhale. And exhale, release to the front, opposite side. Hand on that knee or thigh, opposite hand behind. Light final twist here. Take an inhale. And exhale to the front. And when you're ready, go ahead and find a comfortable seated position for yourself. So it can be crisscross applesauce. It can be here in butterfly. Whatever it is, go ahead and close the eyes. Letting the body sink into the floor. And let's bring our attention back to the breath. Just as we started class. So we inhale, we feel our roots going further into the ground. You can use these moments to think about the intention if you set one at the beginning of class. Was the class what you thought it would be? Was it completely different? And I want us all, while we're here, to think of one thing that we did that we're proud of. So that can be showing up. I always say coming is the hardest part of every single workout class. Getting through the door. Or maybe there was a position that you were able to hold. Maybe you took a challenge on one of the poses. Maybe you felt stronger than you did earlier today. Whatever it is, I want you to think about that moment that you're proud of. And when you inhale, I want it to come into the heart and exhale. And I want you to send it out to the class. Give yourself this next minute just to you. We rarely get to give minutes to ourselves, but I am allotting you this time, and I hope that you can give it to yourself, so whatever you need. On that next exhale, go ahead and drop the chin down to the chest. The eyes are still closed. We're going to rock our head side to side, shoulder to shoulder, on your own tempo. One more time, both directions. And when you're ready, bring the chin back down to the chest. Inhale, lift the face, and open the eyes. Beautiful. I love to end each of my classes with namaste. If you don't know what namaste means, it just translates to the inner light in me sees love, recognizes the inner light in all of you. And I truly do. I'm so appreciative every time people show up to my class. It's such a beautiful thing, but I want you to be proud that you showed up to your class, more importantly. So if you want to join me, the palms come together, the hands come up to the head, down to the chin, and down on the heart. A light bow, and we say namaste. Namaste, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fabulous rest of your week. You guys at home, thanks for joining. Have